Frustrated with low Etsy views? You're not alone. So many sellers struggle with actually getting seen and getting views and visits to their Etsy shop. So in today's video, we're gonna cover the 5 top reasons you are not getting views and visits into your store. The first possible problem is lack of product demand. Maybe I'm a paralegal and I want to sell shirts. So I want to create some paralegal shirts and I decide to make my whole store revolving paralegal shirts. But if I actually come into Etsy and I look up paralegal shirt, the first thing that I'm noticing is that I don't see any bestseller tags here. And if I actually go into the product analytics on a keyword like this, the highest that I'm seeing is 10 sales a month. And this one's not even really relevant to paralegals. It's a woman-in-law shirt. The only really high, I can't even say high selling, but the selling shirt is proud member of the Tortured Paralegals department, which has 6 sales a month. So chances are creating paralegal shirts are not going to let you make thousands a month in profit. Yes, you can try a few paralegal shirts in your store, but you can't rely on them. There is not enough product demand. Even the best sellers, if you became the best seller in this niche, it's still not going to probably be above 10 sales a month. In fact, I have 2 niches in my store that I am the best selling shirt for that niche, but they only sell maybe 5 to 10 times a month, which is great. It's some sales, but it's nothing that's going to let me quit my job. So when you're actually doing research to find out what you want to sell, what niches you want to sell in, you can't just look at competition. You also have to take a look at the actual amount of searches. And even if some things are highly searched, it doesn't mean that they're often bought. So I do like to actually go into Etsy, look for those bestseller tags, look at how many are selling a month to see how much these are actually being purchased. But on the flip side, point number 2 of why you might not be getting sales is that perhaps your niche is too competitive. Things like mama shirt have so much competition. On Etsy, there's 521,000 results for the keyword mama shirt. But personally, that does not mean that you can't make sales in a niche like this. What you need to do is find ways to add value or to differentiate yourself or find sub niches. If there's a brand new trend that just popped up, like coquette was very popular for a while and is still really doing well. It's already put on mama, but this is an example. If this was a new trend that had not yet been applied to a mama shirt, that could do really well right now if you are the first person to do it. Or you could find sub niches under the mama keyword that are a little bit more specific that whoever is actually in that niche might lean towards yours because it is more specific to them. Teacher mama, doctor mama, boy mama, though I don't think you can use boy mom, so be careful with trademarks. Twin mama. Find different sub niches under this keyword that help you stick out so you're not competing with those 520,000 other listings. You can put it on a new type of sweatshirt. Say perhaps the quarter zip sweatshirts don't have a mama design on them. Everyone's doing the crew necks. Well, maybe you make up a zip up version and find a different way to appeal to this market, but maybe perhaps differentiate yourself. The third reason you are not being found at all is because you are not using the right keywords in your listings. Your title, your tags, and the keywords in the top of your description should be key phrases that you think people are actually going to type into Etsy to find your listing. I like to think of if someone typed this into the Etsy search bar and just my listing popped up, is this what they were searching for? If it is not relevant to your listing, then don't even include it, because even if they find your listing through that, they're not going to click into you. You're going to rank even lower than you did before. You want to find those keywords that are so relevant to your listing that people are still likely to actually type into the Etsy search bar. The quickest way that I do that is I think of the keyword that is most relevant to my design. So I made, for example, a 3rd grade teacher shirt. That's pretty specific. It is very niche down, but now I don't know what other keywords that I want to include. So what I'll do is I'll just do research right in Etsy. So I will type in exactly what my first keyword was, 3rd grade teacher shirt. And then I'm going to find the other top rated listings on the first page that are similar to my design. So we have this one here. This one is ranking high. This is not an ad, which I like to see. I'm going to click into this one. And now I can get ideas of other ways people are using these keywords. So someone also might type in third like this with the 3RD, 3rd grade teacher shirt. They might type in 3rd grade t-shirt elementary school, teaching shirt, all of these would also be relevant to my design. And I like to also go through product analytics, which you can do with the Everbee listing tool. And scrolling down, I can see what keywords they use, and I can also see the volume competition, and I can grab the ones here that are relevant to my design. So first day might not be the most relevant to my design, so I'm not going to use that. Elementary teacher probably would be relevant to my design as well, and it's getting searches. I can see that here. Teacher appreciation might be teacher shirt. We might have the third grade teacher shirt, but maybe a teacher team shirt isn't relevant to what we sell, so I'm not going to use that. I'm not just going to copy all of someone's tags. I'm going to find the ones that are also relevant to my design, and then I can also see the amount of searches that they're getting so that I know that I can actually use them in my design. I don't want to grab ones that have 0 searches a month because people aren't actually using that. And then I usually spend time going through multiple listings of, again, ones that would probably use the same keywords as me so that I get a wide diversity and I can understand what other people have determined as high searched key phrases. You can also use the Etsy search bar to help you out with this. So if you type in the beginning of your niche, third grade, we're gonna see third grade shirt, third grade teacher shirt. That means people likely search these 2 variations quite often if Etsy is giving you the recommendation. So I would be including both of these in my key phrases. We can also put in things like third grade and see what comes up. So third grade t-shirts, third grade teacher shirt. Maybe we just put in teacher and see what comes up. We have things like teacher gifts. Gifts is usually a good keyword, and you can go through this and use this as help to fill in some of the blanks on some of those different keywords that you want to use in your listing. The fourth reason you could be getting no visits or sales is because you are inactive in your shop. Etsy rewards people that are actively working on their Etsy shop. That's why I'm consistently adding new listings to my shop. I've noticed on weeks where I add new listings, overall, I get more views, more visits, more sales. Etsy is rewarding us for giving them new listings and for actually being active in the platform. That's why I don't recommend to people to just upload 100 listings and then never touch your Etsy store again and hope that you're going to keep getting sales. No, keep active in your store, keep add 1 per week if you have to. Do tests and duplicate different listings and test different mockups. Etsy is going to see that you're actively trying to get them sales, you're getting better, and they're going to reward you for that. When you also create new listings, you get a temporary boost in the search ranking while Etsy figures out how to rank you. So by getting that search boost, people are going to see you more, click into your store more, see your other listings more. So make sure you're just keeping active in your storefront if you want to continuously see those sales and those views and visits go up. The next reason is because your thumbnail is not driving clicks. If your thumbnail is not actually getting people to click, Etsy is going to rank you lower and lower and lower. You can have amazing keywords, but if your thumbnail is not telling Etsy that people are interested, they're not going to show you on page 1 or anywhere near the top. So I put high emphasis on making sure that I'm creating the best thumbnails that I can. In fact, I created a whole video on how to optimize your thumbnails and create great thumbnails just earlier this week. So make sure you go watch that whole video if you want every single one of my tips on how I create top thumbnails so that I am bringing more visits, sales, and I'm telling Etsy, rank me higher. People are interested in me. And then the hardest one to tell people is, are your designs good? I'm guilty of this. Many people are guilty of this, of starting print on demand and never starting with research first. They just create any type of design that comes to their head. But nowadays, every single thing that I do starts with research, including and especially my designs. I'm studying what fonts do well for my niches. Does customization do well? How big are the designs? How complicated are the designs? And then I'm trying to find a way to create my own version, my own spin on those, and carve out my own little area of Etsy that I can sell, but it is rooted in research first. So using Everbee, I'll search up the niche or niches that I want to create in, and then I'm going to go through all of the best sellers. And when I find maybe a design that I think I can create, I'm then thinking, how can I make this better or different? Can I sub-niche it down? Can I add a sleeve print? Can I add a print to the back? Can I add some customization to this? I'm always trying to think of how I can improve something, but I'm starting from what's already working. If you just create a design and you've never actually studied what sells on t-shirts, chances are you're not going to be making best-selling t-shirt designs. And if you guys want a detailed breakdown of each of these steps, I created what I call the ultimate Etsy checklist, where I cover everything that you need in your storefront, mock-ups, designs, photos, to ensure that you are ranking high and being found. This has a bunch of different tabs in here, from creating your storefront to your listings to customer service. I also give a bunch of templates that you're able to use so you can start ranking higher extremely quickly. If you'd like to give this a go, you can get the link in the description below and use the coupon code 50YouTube, also written down below, to get $50 off. That is over 60% off of this checklist. Thank you guys. I hope today's video helped. If there are any steps that you want a full YouTube based on, let me know and I will work that into my content schedule, because I want to help you guys start making those Etsy sales. Thank you guys so much. Again, if it helped, please drop a like and subscribe. I would love that. And I will see you next week. Thank you.